Welcome to the Brian and Charlie Show, coming to you from Speedy G Studios in Girard, Pennsylvania, on the Skull Pain Radio Network. Welcome. I'm Charlie. This is Brian.
Oh, hello.
Formerly, we had the Pit Stop Show on Pirate Scream. The Pit Stop Show was about 90%.
88%.
88%. All right. The new polls came in. We were 88% being crazy, 12% NASCAR. So this is just a show where we're just going to talk about whatever. Just crazy stuff.
When was the last time we've done these? I actually cannot.
According to on the Trainwreck show with Station Master Bob there, 4 years ago. Something like that. It feels like longer, but 4 years ago was what Bob said.
Well, for his Pirate Scream or for when we were doing
Trainwreck, Pit Stop Show, all that stuff.
So that would be late 2012.
Yeah.
Now I got my new house July of 2012.
Yeah, Brian here, his old house, his old trailer was the former Speedy G Studios that if I looked out the window I'd be seeing it right now. And now new house, new pad, very nice pad.
Speedy G Studios was also the living room. It was also the room that held the refrigerator. It had the corn stove furnace. It was also the place where I hung my clothes to dry.
Multi-purpose.
It was.
Yeah.
It was definitely high functioning.
They had that show with the people with the tiny homes, and they're usually on wheels. It looks like little. You were like trendy with tiny homes before it was trendy.
Oh yeah, it was not so much tiny, but just one. I guess it was tiny.
See, the wife watches. I call the show, and I know this is insensitive, I call it Midget Parade, but it's Little People, Big World. And I always think it's incredibly boring. It's midgets, smaller.
You're not supposed
folks.
to say that term, by the way. Politically correct.
Horizontally challenged.
There you go.
No, they're cool people. They run a farm, but they're just doing regular, ordinary people stuff. It doesn't fascinate me. They seem like nice people if you met them. But I say put the little people in the little... There's another show called Little Homes. Put them in the little homes. Now you got something.
The show that I absolutely hate, that I refuse to watch, and I have a freaking big chip on my shoulder, are these treehouse shows. Where they build these elaborate tree houses that are houses.
I watch, being a NASCAR fan, I watched the one with Dale Earnhardt Jr. on it. He built his own treehouse and just got plans from this guy.
Right.
But the guy on there, he's like way more enthusiastic than what you would think you would be if you built tree houses for a living. He's pretty high energy.
But have you seen the tree house?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's nicer.
It's like a house.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong. It's built in a tree.
It is.
Now, also correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been known to be dumb. Trees grow. Now, follow me here.
Oh.
Houses are built on a foundation, a solid foundation where if the foundation moves, the house moves and stuff goes kittywampus. So the fucking tree is growing.
Very angry about this tree.
No, I'm angry about wasting time and money and building this nice fucking house around a tree. The damn thing's growing. In 10 years, it's going to be no good.
No, actually, because I've sat through an episode, they allow for that. There's hangers, they're flexible hangers, different stuff they put on there. If they have to cut a hole around the tree, they make more than enough allowance.
But the tree is growing, and it's going to take up that allowance.
I'm going to say 20 years from then. Also, he's very specific on, hey, this kind of tree is as big as it's going to get. If they put it,
but then it's going to die, and it's not going to be structurally sound anymore.
I'd say 100 years that treehouse isn't going to be there, but a good 20 or 30 years, the way they build them, it's going to be there.
No. Also, you're up in the air, where if you have 50-mile-per-hour winds, you have this big structure that has a lot of surface area where the wind is going to push the whole fucking thing over. You also know that the trees, the root system in the ground, more than not, when the ground gets wet, or if there's a frost, and then the ground gets
Yeah, this just happened at my work. The trees will uproot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this happened in the front yard of my workplace.
So do they put stilts on the end of the house into the ground to stabilize everything?
I would.
Just don't do it. Don't build a freaking thing with pallet wood for your kid with a little freaking ladder. That is a tree house.
So
for your kid.
kind of what you're getting at is people have too much damn money and too much time on their hands.
Exactly.
If you're Crazy Dale Jr. or you were Michael Jackson and want giraffes in your front yard, so be it. But these these are like regular people for
regular
the most part.
people with money. Buy an RV and travel.
Yeah.
Travel to different trees. Park next to the tree and call that a tree house.
Visit trees.
Jesus.
Stand that. So yeah, we welcome you back to our craziness, and something to think about.
Yeah, I back to the how long we've been doing this.
Yeah.
It's got to be 5 or 6 years. 2011.
I would believe that.
I might have to do a little research on the computer here. Oh, this is a teaser. The next show will have the answer because I can do a little archiving.
Yeah.
So if you guys,
we have to be those people that Bob said 4 years. And then if it was like 4 years and 3/4, we'll just write it down and we'll slam it down in front of him.
Just to be fair, I'm not calling Bob a liar. I just think that he is giving us alternative facts.
We are radio show truthers. And Bob's the man trying to hold us down. As he's listening to this, editing it. Gotta get Bob. Bob knows we have people we work with that have to tell us the facts, and we'll say
alternative facts.
Yeah, I'll say Green Bay won 34-32 over whoever. No, it was 36-30. So we have people that like to.
If we're gonna get into
split hairs, so we'll be those people.
If we're gonna get into the truther stuff, I have a few.
Oh, okay.
What's his name? Stevie Wonder.
Oh no,
he's not blind. He was recently on a commercial, and he said something like he knew where he was.
But he has people around him.
There was no one around him on the commercial.
But it was a commercial though, right? So it could have been scripted.
No, they usually have those.
It was like a reality show. Esque.
Right, because it's real reality.
I forgot. That is my favorite conspiracy theory is Stevie Wonder can see. And what was he just did it because Ray Charles was popular and he thought, wait, if that's my thing, then hey, and I can play piano pretty damn good. Yeah, that's it. That's my meal ticket.
The other one that I have is that the majority of the oceans, they're not salt water.
Oh.
It's water.
That can be proven. Just take a big drink, and then you go crazy after.
But the reason why, like when you go to the beach and you drink the water and it's salty, it's because at night the government is pouring massive amounts of salt in the water to make it in that vicinity salty.
What? Now, why are they doing that?
So that people cannot use the ocean to drink water. You have to buy water. See that Fiona bottle that you got?
I have an Aquafina bottle in front of me right now, provided by the awesome Brian Speedy G Studios,
which I had to buy.
Yeah.
Now
they got you.
Yeah. Because I'm shamed to give you tap water out of the well because it's got iron, it's got magnesium, it has a different taste.
I was raised on that though, so that'd be all right. The other conspiracy theory I like that we can't go too much into because it's a future train wreck show topic, and Bob and I laugh daily about it, is the flat Earth theory. So everybody think about the flat Earth theory, and if you think that there's not still people around that believe the Earth is flat, go on YouTube and just look it up. And the next train wreck show will open that topic up for discussion.
It's I don't think it's possible to prove an object is round. Because when you look at it, you see a circle. Like I don't have a ball.
Yeah, if you're looking at anything face on. Right, I got you.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it's round, you can tell a square is a square because you can see the definition of the edges. But a sphere like a ball, you rotate it, it looks flat.
See,
it's a circle.
I always like have a bit of hope for humanity. And I always think like at least the dumbest person doesn't believe, fill in the blank. But the fact that people are arguing whether the Earth is flat or not, I think we just took a huge step backwards, people. It's
all you got to do is put a ruler on the floor. See, it's flat.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a while.
Is Bob pro flat?
Bob is not.
So Bob thinks the Earth is round.
Bob is drinking the Kool-Aid, thinking that the Earth is round. So yeah.
Is the sun round?
Oh gosh, I think you might have just opened up
because when you have a flashlight,
a big subject.
It's flat on the front.
That is true.
Yeah,
and it radiates.
It does.
Flat sun theory. You heard it here first.
500-watt halogen lamp is freaking hot and bright.
Right.
So how many watts is the sun?
Sun providing. Wow.
I'll have to call Stephen Hawking. He's my buddy.
He'll tell you. Yeah. It's been a tragic few years for us. Both unfortunately lost our fathers, and getting older, and it's the show just went depressing. I think we were just talking about the sun. And
it is.
Yeah. That's a new reality though. When you lose a loved one that close to you, it's not nothing's ever the same afterwards. I mean, you cope. It's a new reality kind of thing. But just life-changing stuff. And really, out of everybody on the shows here, Danielle's father still healthy, still living, but Bob lost his father years ago, and then me and Brian were
and that was
victim of that.
Kind of a first experience of true loss. 2011, our 12, 13-year-old farm dog passed. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of a tragic thing. And then a year later, my grandfather passed. He had an accident where he slipped, hit his neck, and got paralyzed, and then pretty much went downhill 8 months after that.
Yeah.
And then my father with Alzheimer's, and then with dementia setting in, that pretty much took around 8 months.
Yeah, it was, I was thinking, just because I think what got me thinking about it was the time frame. When did we last do the show? It's like I had a dad and I had a dog. We got a dog now. It's a different dog. But my dad passed away, and the next year, my dog, I had to have him put to sleep. He had an illness, and, just weird, I guess instead of depressing everybody, I guess, just definitely be thankful for what you have and enjoy the small things.
Also, we're in a band together,
mm-hmm.
and back then we were in a band, but I decided to retire from the band.
Yeah. Because
I was stressed out. And
I did some solo work for a while, but definitely with your assistance there in the studio, I did some solo work and
a couple of gigs
mm-hmm.
that I helped out with sound.
Yeah.
And then I got back into guitar with some buddies that I golf with, who they were in bands in the city area, in the local scene, if you will, and got me re-inspired and took a couple lessons from a guy, and just the perspective and the wisdom and knowledge of knowing that why I was so neurotic and stressed out was to be this perfect performer on stage. The stage was a thing where you were meant to be there. And, because I couldn't play bar chords or arpeggio sweeps, I was inferior.
It's fancy guitar stuff.
Right. But I can play stuff, and I can solo pretty well. And it's like, what the hell? What the fuck's wrong with me? And with some open mics and stuff, and I'm able to now perform with no anxiety, and I'm able to really play well, and I've played the best I've ever been.
What got me thinking about it was the time frame. When did we last do the show? It's like I had a dad and I had a dog. We got a dog now. It's a different dog. But my dad passed away, and the next year, my dog, I had to have him put to sleep. He had an illness, and just weird. I guess instead of depressing everybody, I guess just definitely be thankful for what you have and enjoy the small things.
Also, we're in a band together,
mm-hmm.
and back then we were in a band, but I decided to retire from the band.
Yeah,
because I was stressed out. And
I did some solo work for a while, but definitely with your assistance there in the studio, I did some solo work and
a couple of gigs
mm-hmm.
that I helped out with sound.
Yeah.
And then I got back into guitar with some buddies that I golf with, who they were in bands in the city area and the local scene, if you will, and got me re-inspired and took a couple lessons from a guy, and just the perspective and the wisdom and knowledge of knowing that why I was so neurotic and stressed out was to be this perfect performer on stage. The stage was a thing where you were meant to be there. And, because I couldn't play bar chords or arpeggio sweeps, I was inferior.
It's fancy guitar stuff.
Right. But I can play stuff, and I can solo pretty well. And it's like, what the hell? What the fuck's wrong with me? And with some open mics and stuff, and I'm able to now perform with no anxiety, and I'm able to really play well. And I've played the best I've ever been with confidence, and I'm even singing.
Yeah, I think we're stronger for it. The band we have is called Smack Rabbit, and Bob has played some stuff on the station, some of our music, and I have some of my solo stuff on there too, I believe. But yeah, having you back and stronger than ever, it's fun. Yeah, and that when my father passed away and all that related to everything about how life's so short, and the stuff I enjoy, like doing this, doing Smack Rabbit, spending time with my kids, time with the wife. It's like, I want to take advantage of every moment. It's like when we weren't jamming together, we're friends, so we still saw each other. But that's something that I miss. So I'm very glad that's back, because you never know.
Yeah.
So, and yeah.
So what's going on? How have you been?
Good, loving the weather. The Pennsylvania, we're in northwest Pennsylvania, where it's can be like 15 degrees and lower, and
then 40 degrees the next day.
Nasty winters. But yeah, this winter has been subject to like 40, 50, 60 degree days. It's been awesome. Is it global warming? If the Earth is flat, there could just be a giant Zippo lighter underneath. Maybe that's why we're warming.
The radiation from other light from other stars and galaxies that are underneath the flat of the Earth is causing the heat on top of the sun, which is basically a big halogen lamp.
Yeah. Solved. You just listen to this show. We'll solve your problems.
Yeah.
Well, we won't solve it. Well, we identified it. We don't know what to do about it. But, the winter's kind of nice here. Yeah. Since last time we got together, I was thinking about relationships, stuff like that. Brian has a steady girlfriend. I was thinking when Danielle came in here, when we did the taping for the train wreck show, Danielle, since I met her, she has not changed.
She has not.
She has not. But
I'm amazed.
I was thinking how we're lucky that, like Bob's lucky that way. My wife, she hasn't changed. Susan, Brian's girlfriend here, I saw her. I don't know when the first time I met her was. You guys weren't formally
2001.
Yeah, she hasn't changed either. We're kind of blessed with. We're getting worse.
Yeah, I'm losing my hair.
Bob's getting gray. I'm getting I'm starting to get a little bit gray, and I'm still haven't done that one sit up to get into Olympic shape, and
I do my one sit up when I get out of bed.
Yeah. I know. I even fight that. I'll just roll out of bed and caterpillar down the stairs. Yeah. Now, speaking of relationships, did you mend things with Jewel? I'm hearing.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, Jewel, the singer. That is. Brian had a deep hatred of Jewel. If you mentioned Jewel, he would just say Jewel's a bitch. So
I was very hard on Jewel, and it was because
maybe she needed that.
It was because when I would hear about Jewel, she would be bitchy about guys, or basically anyone would try to talk to her, she would have like an attitude.
Wow.
But it was only because the poor girl, because she's cute and she doesn't smile a lot, so you don't really see what's going on under her lips. You would think like, wow, I think I can get this girl because she's innocent looking, and so there's a lot of pigs out there, a lot of douchebag guys.
Yeah, not us.
Oh, no.
No, not us.
No.
We're cool.
We are cool guys.
You can tell us anything.
So I would always hear these stories about her reacting to these freaking douchebags trying to get with her.
Uh-huh.
And I was missing the other side of the story. I was just kind of seeing one thing of where she was being a bitch. to these guys. So I took offense. And also because back when I was single and afraid to talk to girls, it would be like if I would talk to a girl, this is how they're going to react, is this fucking Jewel bitch.
Yeah.
Being a fucking, like, get the fuck away from me, very harsh. So I was anti-Jewel.
Because you saw her as every girl that could possibly shoot you down.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was because...
That never feels good.
It was because of guys being pigs and trying to... So it was a defense mechanism for her.
Yeah.
And she was a strong woman. She didn't succumb to any...
Didn't put up with it.
Right.
Yeah.
She apparently, when she was young and she ran away from home, she hitchhiked to California. I think it was Washington State.
Wow.
Or Oregon area.
Yeah, yeah. Northwest. Yeah.
Apparently, the guy driving this car, I guess he was into porn.
Huh.
He was some kind of a manager or producer.
I'm looking up on the laptop right now. Porn is short for pornography. I was not aware of... Oh, that's what it is. I was not aware of what...
So he was trying
to
solicitate her, like, hey, you're young, you're beautiful, you should
get
try
you in the
this.
business.
And she almost took him on his offer because she had no money.
Yeah.
But she kept her dignity, and luckily the guy didn't rape her, and she was able to survive that.
So, and now we have songs about pancakes and the eggs with the smiley face.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, where would we be without that? Yeah. That's wow. You got your Jewel facts down. I didn't know.
Also, for anyone out there that's planning on becoming a dentist, I would advise not
becoming a dentist.
No.
It's good money.
It is.
I don't want to have my hands in anybody's mouth, but
You know how there's a percentage, if you walk out the door, you might get hit by a bus. You know that saying? There's a chance.
The suicide rate. Is that where you're going?
No.
Oh.
There is a chance that you will become Jewel's dentist.
Oh.
And that's
a big job?
It's a big job. It's also psychologically damaging to you. Because when she lays back and she opens her mouth and the chiclets are all over the place, and you think...
So those aren't teeth. Those are chiclets.
There's some kind of organic material gnawing device in her mouth.
Wow.
Now, again, I like Jewel now.
This is just a word to
right.
Almost like a PSA.
It's something that you've never seen before.
Right.
And once you see it, you don't unsee it.
Wow. I'm kind of scared.
So I think she's on her second divorce.
Wow. Yeah.
She may have accidentally smiled, and
she belongs in the 1800s where people never smiled in pictures. So that's
right.
Yeah. Yeah. On the vein of music, I have to say I'm proud of my buddy Axl Rose. He had Guns N' Roses, which had like one close to original member in it, the keyboard player, Dizzy Reed. And he got invited to do some AC/DC dates since Brian Johnson, the singer of AC/DC, had a hearing problem. So he filled in on the tour, and I thought that was very good. After that, during that, he got Slash, Duff McKagan back in the band, hired a new keyboard player. They have two keyboard players, Melissa Reese. Richard Fortis is the other guitar player. He kept the same drummer. But anyway, what I'm trying to get to is these a couple of the original members. And when you watch, if you YouTube Guns N' Roses, say 2016, type that into YouTube, boy, he looks like he's having fun. And he sounds great. But it's, you know what? And I think all of us need to realize this at some point. Axl dialed the asshole back about maybe 10%. It's like, hey, this guy's awesome.
Comes with age.
Yeah.
Age and wisdom.
Yeah. He's having fun.
It's weird because he disappeared.
Yeah.
He was in the studio for, 17 years doing his Chinese
Democracy.
Right.
Which I did enjoy that album.
I enjoyed it as well.
But I don't know if it was worth 17 years' wait. But yeah,
I think it was.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Takes time.
It does. And, because we record albums and stuff in my somewhat studio, it's a learning process, and didn't sound right.
We have day jobs. You think, oh my gosh, I wonder if Axl Rose is actually working in a shop or KFC or something.
Rumor has it he is in the competitive eating job.
Oh no. I was taking the high road about Axl Rose. I knew it was going to go there. He looks okay now. He looks like a guy that's like 50 that, but he didn't look that way a couple years back. He
I
looked pretty
should
large.
not talk. I should not make fun of him because I'm also a little gravitationally challenged. I guess.
Well, aren't we both? But not, to be honest, Axl Rose 7-8 years ago was very gravitationally challenged. So yeah, he was a big boy. So
It was instead of Paradise City, it was Ice Cream City.
it was. There's countless memes if anybody wants to research that. It was kind of scary. So yeah, what do we got on the? Oh, we got a few more minutes.
Yeah, we got 6 minutes left.
Awesome.
There is no hard out. You know, we have
a little leeway. Bob handles the politics and the skull pain radio business here, but I'll just touch on it. You know, I was in a comedic way. The Triumph the Insult Dog off of Conan was at the Trump rally, and I'll have to say I don't want to take any thunder away from Conan. You know, people can watch that. I love Conan, but I won't tell you what the insult comic dog did because it was hilarious. But the Trump supporters took it well. I would picture the hardcore Trump supporters as being, there's the people that said, "Hey, I voted for Trump because I thought he was the best guy for the job," and then there's people that are really just drinking the Kool-Aid, and that goes. I'm not ripping on Trump. That goes with any political candidate. There's people that are just part of the bandwagon, and some of those people were, but they took it in stride. They were having a good time. So
that's the "Make America Great Again" flavor, Kool-Aid.
That's right,
and it's a red. Right. It's a red color. It's not cherry.
It is. It's red. No, like I've said before, you want to root for the guy now. I didn't vote for him, and it wasn't. I'm an independent, so it was a matter of who did I think was best for the job. I'm not in love with any political candidate.
That was my mindset as well.
Yeah. But, now he's the guy we got for the job, so I'm rooting for him. I hope nothing stupid happens.
Have to.
Yeah. He's the guy. This is the system that we all agreed on and that we're part of. And, I really think that the people that voted for Hillary and people voted for Trump should just forget all that now and say, hey, this is the guy. We hope the best for him. If he doesn't do a good job, we're going to hold him accountable because he's working for us, and leave it at that. Yeah, people are nuts. People are nuts with politics. People are crazy.
It's a hot button topic, man.
It is, and it never stops. I was hoping no matter who won the election, a week or two after the election, it would just stop. It has not stopped since.
No.
They had the Women's March there.
Was that Women's March a separate thing, or was it towards the inauguration?
It was towards the inauguration or pretty much to protest Trump because they believe Trump's in office, women's rights are going to kind of go away. And I'm not a woman, so maybe I shouldn't speak to that. But I guess I don't kind of get it. It's their right.
What rights? I mean, I don't know what's
right. I don't. I'd have to have someone here that's involved in that to really let me know. But from the way I'm seeing it, what legislation is Trump and crew going to put in that's going to take away women's rights? I don't see anything, but like I say, I'm not an expert on that.
This might piss people off for me saying this.
We would never do that.
But this would, if we brought a person in here talking about this situation with women's rights or being taken away, that might go under the truthers category.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we're gonna do to take away from, or maybe what was planned on doing for women, and now they're not gonna do it anymore.
I don't know.
I don't.
Oh, like if Hillary got in, there was going to be awesome benefits if you're a woman, but she didn't get in.
It's like Planned Parenthood.
I don't know.
Birth control, abortion stuff, Roe versus Wade.
Yeah, they're probably never gonna overturn that. They've been trying for 30 some years. So, yeah, I don't get it. And I just don't get, what all the ruckus is about. I just turned into like a 75-year-old man. I don't understand what the ruckus is about. But yeah, I mean, definitely though, women, if they want to gather and do their thing and protest,
That's our right.
Yeah,
as Americans,
that's their right.
to protest.
I've always thought 100%. I mean, I'll say the civil rights fight in the 60s I think was worth it because there was really unfair stuff going on. But I think in general, in my lifetime, holding a sign up, standing in large crowds has never changed anybody's mind, I don't think. You don't go driving around and look at a sign and, oh, yeah, I never thought about that. My whole outlook has changed. And we have the right to do that, but it's done nothing but annoy the hell out of me. Because we have factories around our area where there's some union employees that do well for themselves. They're making $30-$40 an hour. I don't know if they are anymore, but they were. But they'll protest, and for another $5 an hour. And please don't hold your sign up. I don't feel bad for you, But
and also it's the going joke to people that don't work there is that people that work there don't really work hard because it's a union thing.
And I've known people on the inside and definitely that factory, it's given people, I'll say it's a major corporation, it's General Electric. We
just lost a GE sponsorship
we
now.
Just lost the GE sponsorship. Yeah, it's I've known people on the inside that will say, hey, they don't work hard, but it's human nature. If you can get away with something, I'm not saying it's right, but if you can get away with something, that's what you do. But
I will start my 10-minute break like 2 minutes early. I'll start walking to the bathroom, wash my hands. Yeah. And after the buzzer is off, it's like, well,
slippery slope.
Yes, it's a gray area.
Yeah. Now I'm paying my bills with the company credit card. I started out with that break, going to break early, but now, it is. It's a slippery slope. So yeah. Let's see. We're kind of closing the first show, the first
31
Brian
minutes.
And Charlie show. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be back. Be doing another show here in the near future, and for Brian and Charlie at the Speedy G Studios on Skull Pain Radio. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time, everybody.